Alright, quick update on ICP. So ICP is pumping on the day, up 9.5%. ICP is obviously pumping because if we come down to the lower time frames for Bitcoin, Bitcoin is having a very nice rally right now. Why is Bitcoin having a nice rally? Because we got the Federal Reserve news, the meeting is finally done. They are increasing the interest rates by 50 basis points, or also known as 0.5%. Now, this is technically the largest increase in interest rates since the year 2000. Now, this is technically not good for the crypto markets or the stock markets. This means that the cost of borrowing money has been increased. So the dollar becomes more valuable as it costs more to borrow. And if we do come over, I mean, you can see for some reason the markets are rallying to this news. I think originally it's because Powell was talking about increasing by 75 basis points instead of 50 basis points. Yeah, they were talking about it, but I imagine it's still, you know, definitely in the water for in the next couple of months. So we're definitely not out of the blue right now. And for ICP as well, you know, I'm sure a lot of people are getting very, very excited about this news, but I just wanted to put things in perspective. And to do this, I do this on all of my bearish charts. I like to do something called the inverse chart, so we can look at this from a different perspective. Let's say this is not ICP. Let's say this is a completely different crypto. We're looking at PCI right now. As this is the inverse, I guess it makes sense. Now, what's going on in PCI right now? Well, we've been bullishly increasing in this channel for a very long period of time. You can also see we're in a huge bull flag for ICP. Now, when you zoom in, you can see the previous all-time high was right here at $14.78. Now, what did we do when we came up to the previous all-time high? You can see, came up, found a local top, we came down, back tested, found a higher low on this trend line, another higher low, and then we've broken above the all-time high, and now we're coming back down to back test it. So if we were looking at this, let's say hypothetically, like I said, we're looking at the PCI chart. The PCI chart looks very bullish, and you can say that we're in price discovery, which we are, because this was your previous all-time high and we've rallied above it. So we're technically right now in price discovery to the upside, which is very, very bullish. We're also coming back down to retest your previous all-time high, which is very, very bullish. You can also see coming into that all-time high mark, you've got a lot of support built at this region at $15, and you've also got a ton of support down here at $17. So this chart looks very, very bullish, right? I would definitely buy a PCI. Would you not buy it? Okay. Now we realize that this was La La Land and this is the inverse scale. Now we turn it back and you kind of understand that you're in price discovery to the downside. We are breaking down into new lows. Yes, we're having a 10% pump today, but this is probably one of the worst crypto charts I've ever seen in my life. ICP, honestly, the chart, like I said, I'm not here to be liked by every crypto YouTuber. I'm not here to make analysis on videos and try and get everyone to subscribe, try and get everyone to like and appreciate my content. I'm here merely to say what my opinion on the market is. And this coin is terrible. The chart is dog water. I mean, it's absolutely trash. We're in price discovery to the downside. If you're going to be picking up an altcoin, the point of buying altcoins is to outperform Bitcoin. That's the only reason to buy an altcoin. When you're buying an altcoin, you're taking on a huge amount of risk that you do not need to take on. So by taking on that extra risk in the market, you're hoping for an extra reward, right? So at least your altcoin should be outperforming Bitcoin. Now, when we zoom out, how has ICP been performing against Bitcoin? Well, it's not done too well against Bitcoin. You can see the all-time high is up here, 5% of a Bitcoin. ICP used to be worth 5% of a Bitcoin. Now it's 0.00035. Honestly, like I said, I'm not here to clown you guys, but I'm really here to show you that the chart is bearish. And like I said, I'm just giving my honest opinion. But until we do get back above your daily EMA ribbons and back test them and go off to the races, we're not out of the blue. So What would I be looking at for ICP to break bullish? Well, it's very simple. We simply need to break back above this previous invalidation point. You need to get back above these daily EMA ribbons. You need to back test them, and then you need to put in a new high. At that point, you would at least be bullish in the short term. But even then, you know, you zoom out to some somewhat higher time frames. Well, not higher time frames. We're looking on the daily, but you zoom out and you realize that, you know, ICP, it does not look good. The chart does not look good. So, I mean, that's really all I've got for ICP. Like I said, this is one of my favorite things to do. When we look at bearish charts, I love putting this in an inverse scale because it gives you a different perspective on the market. And if you were previously invested in ICP and you think maybe it looks bullish, I recommend, you know, put it in reverse and imagine this is a different crypto. Imagine this is a new move to earn crypto. Called PCI, and you know, it's in a bullish run to the upside, and it's just broken into price discovery and it's backtesting the all-time high. When you put it in that perspective, it really looks like we're going to go down here and then go up in this direction. But you know, you realize this is the inverse chart and this chart is terrible. So like I said, that's all I've got for ICP. We're not out of the water until we do break above $16, and then even after, and if we do, you've got a plethora of resistance. You're not outperforming Bitcoin. You're in price discovery to the downside against both Bitcoin and the US dollar. Not the biggest fan of this crypto, not gonna lie. That is all I've got for ICP. As always, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market. And as always, peace.